N. Election psychology. Today, experts frequently use sophisticated political polls and data analysis to make election forecasts. However, a psychologist named Alexander Todorov may have found a simpler way to predict how votes will turn out. In an experiment, he showed photos of the faces of political rivals in U.S. congressional elections to subjects. Incredibly, the experiment subjects were able to select the victor based merely on a relatively brief look at the photo, with approximately 70% accuracy. Todorov's method was to ask his subjects to use their gut instinct to determine which of the people portrayed in the photos was the more competent. It seems that people utilize everything from the overall shape of the face to features such as nose, chin, eyebrows, and lips to make competence determinations. The experimenters were able to achieve the same results even when subjects were allowed just a fraction of a second to make their determinations. Surprisingly, when people were allotted more time and explicitly instructed to make a careful judgment, their accuracy declined greatly, becoming no better than a random guess.
Questions. Number 27. What were the people in Todorov's experiment able to do? Number 28. What did Todorov ask the subjects to do?
O. Feedback. Receiving accurate feedback is essential for improving employee performance. And according to one study, the overwhelming majority of employees welcome both positive and negative feedback, as long as it is constructive. However, the same survey also reveals that individuals in management positions tend to be reluctant to offer criticisms of their subordinates' performance. This hesitancy is because they want to avoid hurting employees' feelings. But it can lead to situations where employees are unable to become more capable at their jobs or increase their productivity. Researchers have also found that feedback tends to be influenced by bias. For instance, in situations involving employees assisting team members when they were not obligated to do so, it was found that men and women tended to be evaluated inconsistently. Females tended to be evaluated more harshly than males if they failed to lend a hand in such situations. Experts say that these feedback and evaluation tendencies, however, can be addressed if managers are given guidance that helps them to realize their own personal leanings. Furthermore, it seems that giving occasional, focused hints for improvement is more effective than frequent criticisms or high volumes of suggestions.
Questions. Number 29. What have researchers discovered about managers? Number 30. What do experts recommend that managers do? P. The effects of CEOs with business degrees. In recent decades, the number of companies run by CEOs with specialized business degrees called MBAs has risen substantially, growing from 25% in the 1980s to over 40% today. During this same period, workers' wages have not been keeping up with inflation, meaning that they are losing spending power. To find out whether these two phenomena were connected, economist Daron Acemoglu analyzed the effect that getting a new CEO with an MBA had on company profits and workers' wages. He found that while the average CEO with an MBA grew their firm's profits by 3%, they caused wages to fall by 6%. The question of why MBA programs have this influence does not have clear answers. One possibility is that business school curriculums have traditionally emphasized that the primary role of a CEO is to maximize shareholder profits. Another explanation is the highly privileged environment that students in MBA programs find themselves in. Students are among wealthy peers at elite institutions, and some recent studies suggest that such environments have negative effects on people's compassion and empathy for those who are less fortunate than themselves. Acemoglu plans to examine both hypotheses in a follow-up study.
Questions. Number 31. What did Darren Acemoglu's research show about CEOs with MBAs? Number 32. What is one possible reason for MBA programs' effect on students?
Q. Egloos make chicken keeping easy. One British marketing success in 2004 to 2005 was the Egloo, spelt E-G-L-U. Egloos, a product of the British company Omelette, are, in the words of one of the founders of the company, the first ever major rethink of domestic chicken keeping. They are semicircular in shape and come in many different colours. Typically, they house around 2 or 3 chickens and come complete with a chicken run of about 2 square metres in area. Thus, the chickens are free to run about and hunt for worms, while foxes and other predators are kept out. It is well known that children who keep pets become more self-reliant, and that keeping pets helps to offset the stress of modern urban living. Omelette has successfully capitalized on this knowledge by offering people the chance to have a different kind of pet, with the additional benefit of having fresh eggs every day. The Egloo was designed by 4 graduates of the Royal College of Art in London. The original intention of the designers was to find a way of enabling people to get closer to their food and improve their quality of life. With this approach, families can appreciate their food-yielding pets over a long period of time.
Questions. Number 33. What do we learn about the Egloos? Number 34. What was the basic motive of the people who designed the Egloos?